Hi, friends. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. My name is Peggy Noe. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from San Diego, California, and this is my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. And we are here to make a card with you today. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Let me check and make sure everything's working correctly here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, it looks like we're live. That's a very good thing. Carol, good to see you. Diane, I'm glad to see you're watching. I haven't seen you here before that I've noticed, but glad to have you watching. My little computer tells me that you're on. Tina from North Carolina. Oh, you guys, it is so gloomy here. It is cloudy and humid and just warm here. Hi, Roz. And so we are just very blah. It's just been hard to get any motivation today. Lori Mantovi, good to see you. Because it's just so blah. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I like it when it's sunny and bright, and then we're all more active. But we're just mellow today, very mellow. How's your weather where you guys are? I know there's been some bad weather in a lot of parts of the country. But we have a lot to show today. We have a lot going on. Linda, good to see you. Good to see you. Have a little bit of water. I hope everybody's enjoying some of the Pam. Good to see you. Beautiful, sunny, and 76 degrees in Ashland, Oregon. Oh, Karen, that sounds nice. Carol, beautiful in Connecticut. Okay, we are having our typical June gloom. We have a lot of June gloom. And Linda's in Pennsylvania. Beautiful 79 for Lori. Hot in Ohio, and your power went out. Oh boy, that's not good when it's hot because you need air conditioning. Ooh. Tracy, good to see you from Connecticut. Good to see you. Well, I have gotten so many darling cards. I got a whole bunch of cards this week, like 5 cards from you guys, and I love them. And so I want to share the cards with you. I got a darling card from Lene Day, and check this out. This is from the Florals in Bloom suite, and I'd seen this pattern before, how you just put the strips of the beautiful designer series paper. Isn't that pretty? And that is on a piece of our cloud cover cardstock, and it's even been embossed. Isn't that just a darling card? Roz, hazy, hot, and humid. Florida, yeah. Now this one, okay, you guys, I love this. Jeannie Kidd sent me, and you'll see why in a second. Check this out. This is from the new, hello Vicki, good to see you, 95 in Arizona. This is from the Notes and Totes bundle. And I want you to notice that flower bed. That is from the fence. And I'm going to show you something in a few minutes that will make that more come alive to you. But I love this. I might be making one like this pretty soon because I love what she's done here with that fence, with the fence posts. And you see how they're so embossed. Isn't that neat? Thank you, Jeannie. Love that. And then I got a couple of darling butterfly cards. Colleen, good to see you. And Holly, good to see you. So Karen Kozleski sent me this adorable butterfly card using a glimmer paper in the middle there for the body. I love this butterfly. I just love this butterfly. I know, Vicki, pink, right? And Beth Feldman sent another butterfly. This butterfly, beautiful butterflies, might be one of my very favorites right now. I definitely think it is one of my favorite bundles right now. And then a friend, Lori, sent me a thank you card. And this is from way retired, but I loved it so much. The whole Magnolia suite. You guys remember that? That was so beautiful. I loved that suite. That was a gorgeous suite. So thank you all. I just love getting those cards. So much fun. Okay, Ellie, you ready to get down? She's ready to get down. Very beautiful, beautiful cards. So much going on right now. I think you guys know there's a lot, just a lot really happening. So I'm going to turn you down so that we can, oh, and I'm going to bring that one card back up so we can look at it. So let's see, there we go. So our new, you know that I've joined a group of demonstrators that we're calling the Papercraft Collective, and we're doing video tutorials every month. And for the month, this is a brand new one for the month of June, and we chose the Notes and Totes bundle. And that's why this card this card from Jeannie was especially timely, because all of us, there are 7 of us here, and these are little pictures of our cards. We all made cards with detailed video tutorials, and you get a PDF using the Notes and Totes bundle. And here's the one I did using that fence. I really like that fence. But as you can see, now Jeannie's given me a new idea of what to do with the fence. And then here is one of the little, this isn't my video, but this is one of the little totes that you can make. I just made it for fun, and we'll probably do one here. Hi, Julia, good to see you. So we'll probably do one of these similar on one of my lives. But look at Lisa, my friend Lisa, she did a Chanel bag. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? And Jennifer did a tutorial with all the sunglasses, because you get these little sunglasses, these little dies. Isn't that so cute? So anyway, free. You can get all 7 video tutorials and PDFs for free with a $50 order in my online store. Or I have a link right there for you down below up above for Facebook, down below for YouTube. And you can buy it in my tutorial shop for $20. And these gals are amazing designers. Dr. Robin is here. Her card opens up, and it opens like when her card opens like this, the tote is inside. So that would be really a great tutorial to have. So that's our tutorial bundle for the month. Then the sweet sale, right? SWEET, all sweets and all sweet products are on sale in the month of June. Buy one, get one 50% off. Hi, Michelle, good to see you. So definitely take advantage of this. It's a really great sale. And we're going to work with a suite today. We're going to work with a beautiful gallery suite. But you can save a nice amount. And I did print off some of what the suites are. These are the different suites, and you can look at them in the online store. You can do shop products, and then I think it says suites, and you can see all the different suites. And so if you buy 2 suites, the one that's the lesser of the 2 prices, you get at 50% off. It's really a great deal. You can also buy suite products, like if you buy 2 designer series papers from a suite or any of the suites, the one that is of the lower price will be 50% off. So it's really a great deal. The one caution I have, and most of you might have heard this already, if you're going to buy a full suite, do that. If you're going to buy 2 full suites, do that in a separate order. Because if you buy like 2 suites and 2 designer papers separate from the suites, and they're in suites, what will happen is you'll get the 50% off on the designer papers and not the suites. So what we're recommending is make a separate order. If you're going to get 2 suites, have one order with the 2 suites in it. and the lower price one will get 50% off. Then do a completely new order for the other items that you want to make sure you get that. Because I want to make sure you get that wonderful, wonderful discount. It's a really great 50% off on a whole suite is wonderful. Okay, then did you guys hear that a lot of new things went to Last Chance starting yesterday? Did that happen to you, Julia? Did you get it fixed by chance? My goodness, that's what we've been cautioning everyone. Because we want you to get the biggest savings. We all want the biggest savings, of course. So yesterday, they added a whole bunch of new items to the Last Chance list. And I am in tears. I am crying because my very favorite black and white, this is really very vanilla and black large check ribbon is retiring. Oh, I'm just sad. I'm just so sad. It's not officially gone. It's still on the Last Chance list. Yes, shipping charges, I understand. Anyway, it's on the Last Chance list. It's not gone, this ribbon. So, you guys, I have spare. I have extra ribbons. I love this ribbon. But I'm going to be using it until it's really gone. It's on the last, they keep it on the Last Chance while it's still available. And some, I don't think it's discounted. It might be discounted. I think it might be discounted $2, a little over $2. But I'm going to keep using it until it's officially gone, because this, I love. This is my favorite. But I want to show you a couple other things that are on the Last Chance list. The Hearts of Elegance items, and I say this every time we have a Last Chance list. I know, Carol, right? They retire things to get new things in. They had a black and white ribbon. They retired that and got black and very vanilla. And I do love all my ribbons. I really do. But those black and white or very vanilla ones have been my absolute favorites. Okay, Vicki was figuring out the prices. Portions of the gallery suite are on Last Chance. Am I right? No. That is not correct. No, that just came out. That is not something wrong with that. That isn't right. That might be a mistake because that's what we're using today, the beautiful gallery. That's not happening. But okay, we're going to talk about things that are on the Last Chance list. And the Hearts of Elegance is one. I have really enjoyed this so much. I have loved this bundle, and I'm not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it. But the one thing I do want to tell you, if you don't have it, you want it because this is the most sizes of hearts, and I love this one. This kind of embossed cut one is beautiful. Yes, Roz, they have to keep introducing new products. But anyway, the caution I want to give you is the bundles say that the bundles are retiring. Like it says the Hearts of Elegance bundle is retiring. It says the stamp set is retiring, and it says the die set is retiring. The bundle is still full price, but if you buy the items individually, you can see I've marked the discount. $4 off on the stamp set, and whatever that is, you guys figure it out, down from $36 to $28.80 on the die set. So if you want to buy a bundle that is on the Last Chance list, check carefully because it's generally, usually the bundles are not discounted, but the stamps and dies separately are, and you'll get a better price. So I wanted to show you some of the ones that I like that are retiring and make sure that you get them if you want them. Humble Home. Oh, you guys, this is such a cute set. I'll put that little punch up so you can see it. I'm not getting rid of this one either because I love this punch and I love these little house stamps. We've had so much fun with this. I did a class to go using it, and so these are discounted also, not as a bundle, but as separate items. And I'm just going to leave my little prices on here kind of during the month or while these are available so I can remember to, if anybody asks. The gallery suite is in the Last Chance page. That is a mistake. That is something bad. They did have a few problems, I think, yesterday, so whoops. Okay, another one, the Round We Go bundle. And I'm going to keep, I don't keep a lot of things, but it seems like right now, all of these I want to keep. And the one reason I want to keep this, a couple of reasons, because this makes the lollies or the, I can't remember that other name for them, those beautiful lollies that you use on gifts and stuff. I love these. And so I'm going to keep this because otherwise you don't have a die for it and you have to do it on a scoreboard. You have to make those. So I'm definitely keeping this. And this is marked down, the individual items, not the bundles, remember? So Round We Go. And then a really fun one that I've enjoyed, Cake Celebrations. And I'll tell you why I like this. I like this one because you can do so many things with it. Because it has all these different pinwheels. Yes, Julia, thank you. Rosettes. Oh, you guys are so smart. I love having you here. Thank you, thank you. This I like because you can do so many things. It has a cake plate. You can do individual layers. You can do a 1-layer cake, a 2-layer cake, a giant wedding cake. I just think this is a really fun set. And then it has the little banner that you can put up top, on top of your cake. You know, there are a lot of cake sets, but I think this one has quite a bit in it that is really everything, plus all the sentiments that you would want. So I wanted to show you those today so that you're aware and you can grab any of those before they're gone. Let me put them down out of the way. Phew, a lot of retiring stuff. Hi, Kimberly, good to see you. Every 2 months, I'm pretty sure it's every 2 months, they add things to the last chance list. So that's why we're getting that. Okay, now, the last kind of newsy item, we are going to use the beautiful gallery suite today. And what I want to show you is that, well, I mentioned it the other week, last week, is that I have a class to go right now, and it's supposed to end tonight at 6, but I'm going to hold it over for one more day because I love this suite so much, and because we're using it today, I want to give everybody a chance to also sign up tomorrow for the pre-order before 6 o'clock. So the beautiful gallery suite, let's look at it. It is brand new. It's in the brand new annual catalog. And these come in your class to go. These are called the pressed flower motifs. And I'm going to hold those up close so you can see how they really, the flowers are actually pressed in there. Isn't that neat? Then there's the damask designs embossing folder. We're going to use that on our project today. The classic ribbon, satin ribbon, I'm pretty sure. Basic beige satin ribbon. And then the beautiful, and you get a half a pack of this in your kit if you take my class to go, the beautiful gallery paper. This is, well, I think to die for is pretty extreme of a term, but it's really, really beautiful. Yes, those things are so intricate, Linda. I agree. They're not flat. They are not flat. They are raised. Not a huge amount. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. Anyway, this paper is just absolutely gorgeous. You get lots of it. And then it's a mega suite, okay? So, I don't know. This is just such a great suite. Okay, so there are 2 bundles. The Gallery Blooms bundle, which is this one. So you get all these 13 dies, you guys. And the Gallery Blooms stamp set. And maybe I'll put these out to the side. These are the dies. And the Gallery Blooms stamp set. And then the other bundle is called Beautiful Motifs. And this is the one that's a little different. We're going to use this today. And these are the 3 dies that pop out. They don't actually cut the entire leaf out. They cut bits of the leaf. And I'll show you. Here are the cards you'll make in my class to go. And this is one of the cards. And do you see how that lifts up like that? See that? that is this die right here. So this is, you'll make 2 of these, you'll make 2 of these, and you'll make 2 of this one, which I love because I liked putting in the berry burst, a different color. So you get everything to make 6 cards. You get, with the kit, you get the embossing folder, the gems, half a pack of paper, and enough ribbon for your cards. And then you can also buy one or both of the bundles if you don't have them. But the kit is $49.99. I had to go up a little bit on my prices because, you know, the cardstock is really increased in price, and so I had to go up a little bit. But it's a good price for getting all that stuff. And then you can add on these things. So email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com, and I will send you the registration link so that you can get all pre-ordered by 6 p.m. tomorrow night for that class to go. I wanted to hold it over so everybody had a real chance. I didn't think I gave enough of a chance for ordering. So today, the project today, we are going to make a different kind of card from the Beautiful Gallery Suite, and we're going to make a wedding card. I just thought we would just use a few different colors and do a few other things. So we're gonna do this. Isn't that kind of fun? And you know what? Even if you don't have the bundle, you can use this pattern and this design. I'm going to show you some things to do. And look at this beautiful stamp and how pretty it looks for a wedding card or anything. I mean, these stamps are gorgeous. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you step by step how we're going to make this card. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer, and the card is the standard card base 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And I'm using Petal Pink. It's not one of the colors that it says on the paper. It doesn't say that this is one of the colors, but I felt like it went really well. Thank you guys. I thought it just looked really pretty with this. And then we're also using cloud cover. So I'm going to go ahead and just burnish that line. Now, what I'm going to do, I want to make one of my very tiny, like less than a 1/16 of an inch little frame around the designer series paper. So what I'm going to do is cut my cloud cover frame piece at 4 by 5 1/4 using my paper trimmer, just like that. And then I'm going to cut my designer series paper. And what I'm going to do is come in just the tiniest bit. So we knew that the cloud cover piece, doesn't it though? Lori, yes, the Petal Pink really does brighten it up. So we knew the cloud cover piece was 4 inches, so I'm going to come in just barely a 1/16 of an inch smaller, shorter. And then we knew the width was 5 1/4, and so again, I'm going to come in barely a 1/16 of an inch a 1/16 of an inch less. And I'll show you what that looks like. That gives it just the tiniest border, just enough to set it off, but not enough to really make a statement, because we want the designer series paper to make this statement. Now, you guys can tell me what you think. I think this paper, I thought, okay, is this right side up? Is this right side up? Then some of them go this way, and I don't really know which is right side up and which is right side down. But I think it's very pretty, and I don't think it matters by the time we get all the pretty other things on it. I think it's going to look just beautiful. So we're just going to put a little of our glue here. And I glue this on first so that I can get it just the way I want it with that little tiny frame, okay? And there it is. Then I can press it down. And then when I have the little frame the way I want, then I can go ahead and put it onto the petal pink piece. And I'm going to get my glasses on here so I can see what I'm doing. And we're not going to use any ribbon. We could add some ribbon to this, but I decided not to because it's pretty busy. It really is a little busy on its own. So there we go. And that is the card base. And I think that's kind of nice. I like it. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we want a strip of cloud cover again, and we want it to be 1 inch by 5.5. So I've already got it at 5.5. I'm going to pull up my paper trimmer and cut the strip 1 inch wide. And then we're going to emboss it with this beautiful embossing folder, which I love. And we're going to bring up our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now this embossing folder, let me grab it here, is not a 3D. And I usually label my embossing folders. And if it is a 3D, I put 3D. So it is not a 3D, which means you leave plate number 2. We've got number 1 and number 2. We leave number 2 on, and then we add the embossing folder. So what I want to do is put the strip across so that I get the little pattern right on the strip. Okay, like that. And then we'll just set it right in there. Then we'll put plate number 4, the embossing plate, in, and we'll run that through. And that way, just the little strip will be embossed. So let's see how that turned out. And I think that really makes a statement, don't you? I think it's with, you know, the card is busy already, but by the time you add that, doesn't that just look pretty on there? I kind of think so. Okay, so now we are going to do our sentiment. And let's see here. It doesn't really matter. I have 2 scraps here. The sentiment I'm going to use is from the stamp set. Let's see which one stamp set it's from. It's from Beautiful Motifs. And this has a lot of great sentiments in it. But because I'm thinking, you know, it's the month of June, right? I'm thinking of weddings. Wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. It would also be a great anniversary card. And I'm going to use Secret C ink. I really like Secret C. It's quickly becoming a favorite in place of black. I mentioned that the other day. And then I'm just going to stamp that on there. And I'm going to go ahead and punch it out with the 2-inch circle punch. We could use dies if we wanted to. If I wanted to have even more intricacy, I could do that. But because I like punches, we all like punches. So we're just going to punch that out in the 2-inch circle punch. And then here I have a piece of white, and I'm going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch as a background for that. The DSP reminds me of tapestry in a castle. Ooh, I agree. I totally agree. So now we have our sentiment and our sentiment piece here. And this is kind of, the punches sometimes have the little edges curl up a bit after you do your punching. So you can just flatten those with your bone folder a bit if you want to. And then I've got some of my dimensionals. I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on the back because I want to give height to my sentiment. And we'll just put that right in the center there. Okay. Now, actually, we're ready to put these items on here, and we're going to make and tuck the leaves in after we do these things because we want to position the leaves where we want them, and we don't know until we get everything else on. So what I'm going to do is put only 3 dimensionals across here. I want extra space for tucking my pretty leaves in. So this leaves me plenty of space to tuck my leaves in from the top or the bottom. And then, and there again, I don't know, do those little motifs go up or down? It's a puzzle, but I don't think anyone really cares. It looks good both ways. So we'll just put that strip across, and then we're just going to put our circle on. I mean, it's not a hard card to make. It's an easy card to make. But I think it has kind of a wow factor. So that looks really pretty just by itself, right? But we have leaves. And this is one of the things I wanted to show you. This one particular leaf here is do you ever have a favorite die? This is my favorite in this set, this leaf. Because here's a full leaf right there. Look how pretty that is. And so what we're going to do, I don't really need to cut them because I think I have enough, but I think I'll cut one more just in case. I think I might want one more. Let me see. I thought I had another little piece of paper in here. Here it is. Because we might need one more. It's better to have more than not enough, right? That was my mom's policy. Always have more than you need. So what we're going to do, what did I just do with it? Okay, here's our paper and here's our leaf. Now I noticed earlier that because this leaf is intricate, and it's true with a lot of intricate dies, it's good to go back and forth sometimes. Rather than go just once, it's good to do it twice. So let me put it at an angle, because sometimes that works a little better. And we'll run it through once and then back. And that should cut it pretty well. Let's see. Yep, perfectly cut. Okay. And it cut really well. It popped right off like that. And then I have my take your pick tool, and I can just fluff those little pieces out. And then with a real delicate piece like this, it's really good to poke in the little holes before you pull this out, because that way you're not at risk of tearing any of the very delicate leaves. And it should be ready to just pop right out for me. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? I love this. You're going to see a lot of these from me as long as this set is available, which is going to be for a whole year. So now we're ready to put our little leaves in and around our sentiment. And what I'm going to do, I decided to cut them because a whole leaf is kind of gigantic, right? That looks very, very large. So if you cut them, there's one place where it's easy to cut. Right up in here, you can cut. And that way it gives you more, you have more little pieces. Let's see. Let me get that just like that. Okay, just like that. And then you can just position these wherever you want them to be. And I like to do the positioning before I do the gluing. And because we left space down under our strip, we can tuck some of the pieces down under. See what I mean? Just like that. And so what I've got here is one of the larger leaves right there, and a smaller one here, and we're just going to kind of alternate. Let me take that little bottom off there, that little stem, and we can just tuck them up in like that. Isn't that, and every one is going to look different because of how we end up tucking it in. And we could add more if we want to. So we're just, once we kind of position them, then I just go back and add small dots of glue. You don't need a lot, and you don't need glue on the top, just mostly on the bottom area where you're going to tuck it under. And remember, we're tucking it under the strip. Okay, just like that. And then we can take our bone folder and we can just slide that under like that to just kind of press that down and put all our little leaves in. Now, another thing, I wanted to use this sweet, but this would be a beautiful card in gold and silver, wouldn't it? You know, with gold leaves or silver leaves or something like that, and maybe some gold or silver ribbon. This is more of a summery look, but I think gold or silver would be really pretty. So let's tuck this little guy up there. And you want to be careful that your leaves don't come past the edge of the card, because then they'll get wrinkled in an envelope. And we don't want to have a wrinkled card when someone opens the beautiful envelope. We'll just put that right in there. Now, if we wanted to, we could. Do you think we should go further? I don't know. Maybe we'll just add one more at the top so it's not equally like 4 and 4. You're not supposed to be exactly equal, they say. You're supposed to be a little odd. So we'll just kind of do that. Whoops, get back in there. Kind of just like that. I like it just the way it is. Okay, now what we have to do is we do need to stamp our envelope, and I'm not sure if that piece is really in there. I need to tuck that in a little more. Okay, we're going to stamp our envelope and our inside piece with this beautiful stamp. And I'm going to use Petal Pink ink. It's brighter than I expected it to be. I don't use Petal Pink very often, but it turned out to be kind of bright, but it does go with the card. And so we're just going to do this. And then we'll do the envelope the same way, just in the lower left corner though. Just like that. Now, we could use those beautiful antique gems that come with this suite, but I have decided instead to use in color dots, and I'm going to show you why here in a second. Let me put this on the. That was kind of messy, but oh well. Nobody will see under there. Okay. Isn't that just beautiful when you open the card? Okay, now I decided rather than use those antique dots that I would use these. These are the in color flat pearls. And it just looked to me, check out these cloud cover pearls. They really are shimmery, and I just think they look so pretty with this particular card. So I'm going to use the smaller ones and just put a few of these around. I don't know, just because of the coloring of the card. Whoops, come back. So we'll try to put 3 of these here somewhere, and a third one here. Okay, maybe like right down there. So there we go. There's our card. And it's just, I think anything you make with this suite is going to be gorgeous. I really do. It's just a beautiful, beautiful suite. I'll hold this up a little closer so you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? And all the you can use any colors, of course. Okay, well, this will be our prize for next week, and I see many of you are putting the word prize. So you put the word prize, and you'll be entered to win. And next week I'll use that random number generator and choose a winner. So beautiful gallery suite, gorgeous, gorgeous. And if you're interested in my class to go, the beautiful gallery class to go, email me before 6 p.m. tomorrow. And today is the 4th of June. And so I can get you all set up for that. So let's give away the prize from last week, which was this. We had a lot of fun last week with this celebratory sips suite. And it's called the Cheers and Sips bundle. And this was the card from last week. So we had a winner from last week, and that winner was Carol Schaefer of Connecticut. Carol, thank you so much for watching my lives. I appreciate you guys so much. And I have your address, so I'll be getting this out to you. And I think you'll like it. It's another it's a suite. Now, I did notice something, for some reason, this suite isn't available. It said it was not available on the inventory list, and I'm not sure why. It could be maybe they sold out the paper or something like that. So right at this moment, this suite isn't available, but I think a lot of the parts are. But I think the bundle is and everything. It's a great suite and bundle and paper for summer. I just love it. And in fact, if you pop over to my blog today, prettypapercards.com, I had another card using this particular suite. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you have a great evening.